Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. Guilford County government reinstated its mandatory mask policy for all persons inside of any county-owned facility, regardless of their vaccination status. The county is following Governor Cooper's Executive Order 215. County Manager Michael Halford said given the trends in our policy metrics and increases in rates of community spread and hospitalizations related to COVID-19, and after consulting with our public health and emergency services teams, I am revising our indoor masking protocols. This change will support our work to ensure the safety of our teams and the public and to protect the continuity of our operations. Guilford County Board of Commissioners Chair Melvin Skip Alston said what we don't want to see is reducing service delivery because employees are out sick. If we continue to see spikes in infection rates, we may have to consider expanding mandatory masking beyond county facilities. I urge everyone to continue wearing your mask and to get vaccinated to help prevent a repeat of last summer. The City of Greensboro will continue to monitor key community indicators related to the Delta variant. Masks are required in city-owned facilities for those who are not vaccinated. For information about vaccination options, visit the county's website. The City of Greensboro is hosting a workshop intended to connect minority businesses with future contracting opportunities within the city. Small business owners who are interested in bidding on City of Greensboro projects are invited to attend the Building Relationships Workshop. This is an excellent networking event. Attendees will be given access to a list of all upcoming city projects planned from now until June 30th, 2022. For a third year, such a list is being compiled and will be made available for review at Building Relationships 2021 Overview of Forecasted City Projects. The event will take place from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. on Monday, August 23rd at Barber Park Event Center. There will also be a virtual workshop available on Zoom for those uncomfortable meeting in person. Online registration is required by Friday, August 20th. During this free event, Spanish interpreters will be available as needed. For more information, call the City's Office of Equity and Inclusion at 336-373-7980. Guilford Works is hosting a Major League hiring event. This is in partnership with Truist Point Stadium in High Point. The job fair is taking place on Thursday, August 26th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Hundreds of jobs are available. The list of participating employers includes an all-star lineup. Applicants must provide a resume and contact information to NC Works Career Center and have an active NC Works registration. Staff will be on hand to assist anyone who needs to register. Safety protocols such as wearing a face mask and social distancing are required for any unvaccinated individuals attending the event. The Guilford County NC Works Career Centers provides the community with a variety of no-cost resources to help job seekers acquire sustainable income and meaningful employment. For more information, visit the Guilford Works website. The city developed a partnership with Cone Health to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
When someone collapses from sudden cardiac arrest in front of you, you call 911, but then what? Hi, my name's Amanda Hall. I'm a registered nurse here at Cone Health Heart and Vascular Center. Today, I want to teach you how to perform hands-only CPR, the importance of it, and how you can help save a life. Hands-only CPR is CPR without mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. It's only for teens and adults. You would do hands-only CPR on anyone that collapses in front of you and is not breathing normally. And now to learn hands-only CPR. A person collapsed in front of you. They're not breathing normally and they're unresponsive. Are you okay? Are you okay? The first thing you want to do is call 911. If you're calling from a cell phone, it may be helpful to put it on speaker where the dispatcher can hear you and you can hear her as you continue to work. The dispatcher will give you detailed instructions, so don't worry. If the patient is not on a hard surface, you want to move them to the floor. You'll want to interlock your hands, place the heel in the center of their chest, and start compressions, fast and hard. You will continue to do hands-only CPR until someone comes to relieve you, help arrives, or until you just physically cannot do CPR any longer. Remember, any help is better than no help at all. Hands-only CPR will greatly increase their chance of survival. 70% of all cardiac arrest will happen in a person's home. Only half of those people will receive CPR. Hands-only CPR can double or triple their chances of survival. Sudden cardiac arrest is an electrical malfunction of the heart. It doesn't allow blood and oxygen to go to the organs that are needed within the body. Hands-only CPR can effectively move that blood and oxygen to those body parts. Thanks for joining me today and learning hands-only CPR. When someone collapses in front of you, it can be a very stressful situation. Remember, call 911 and start compressions. Hands-only CPR will increase their chances of survival. For more information on heart health, go to conehealth.com/heart. I'm Amanda Hall.
The Sunday evening outdoor concert series is returning to the stage. Get your lawn chairs and coolers ready. We'll have that story and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Creative Greensboro, the city's Office for Arts and Culture, accepts a $15,000 grant from the Thomas S. Keenan Institute for the Arts. The grant helps fund the Creative Catalyst Fellowship made possible with support from the Emily Hall Tremaine Foundation. Fellow Karen Archia has joined the Creative Greensboro staff as management consultant for the Neighborhood Arts Residency Program. During her 7-month fellowship, Archia will support and consult with Creative Greensboro staff and contracted artists involved with the Neighborhood Arts Residency Program announced earlier this year. The residency initiative supports place-based and community-engaged arts experiences in Dudley Heights, Kings Forest, and the Glenwood neighborhoods. These are competitive, paid fellowships that advance artist leadership through skill building, mentoring, which strengthen creative community networks to better address regional gaps. The fellowships foster systemic approaches to increase access, inclusion, and equity while embracing participation and exchange across the creative sector. To learn more about Creative Greensboro, visit the city's website. Music for a Sunday Evening in the Park, or Musep, concerts will resume in person for its 42nd season. Performers will take to the stage each Sunday from August 8th to August 29th at 6 p.m. at the White Oak Amphitheater on Westgate City Boulevard. Concert attendees will see and hear from some long-standing favorites, including Sweet Dreams and Dobie. Several musical acts will make their Musep debut, including the Lorena Gillian Tango Ensemble and Soul Tree. Ryan Deal, the city's chief creative economy officer, said after more than a year of virtual programming, we are thrilled to be returning to live and in-person events, while planning around the pandemic meant this series is shorter than usual and all the same location. Expect to see a return to a full summer of concerts, returning to outdoor spaces throughout the city next year. Free parking will be provided for the White Oak concerts, and guests will be allowed to bring in their own food. Alcoholic beverages will be available for purchase at the venue. The Musep series is presented by Creative Greensboro and sponsored by UNCG, More Music, Fox 8, and White Oak Amphitheater. To learn more about Creative Greensboro, visit the city's website. In final Creative Greensboro news, First Friday will take place at the Greensboro Cultural Center. Visitors are welcome to attend the open house from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday, August 6th. There will be something for everyone, from galleries and performance spaces to visual art, music, and dance lessons. The African American Atelier, Center for Visual Arts, Green Hill, Greensboro Residency for Original Works and Guilford Native Art Gallery will each be open, showcasing new exhibitions. Show off your best dance moves with Dance Project, participate in children's art activities, and enjoy live music from Kay and Vale Cross, Ashley, Virginia, and Greensboro Opera. Half Pint Harmonies, Kay the Music, Triad Ukulele, and Spinning Dreams, among others, will be on hand to promote the fall arts programs for all ages. Don't miss out on the Cultural Center scavenger hunt for a chance to win some great prizes. First Friday is free to attend. Unvaccinated individuals are required to wear a face covering indoors. For more information about Creative Greensboro and the Greensboro Cultural Center, visit the city's website. Partners Ending Homelessness is at work 365 days a year, addressing the needs of families and individuals without stable housing. Coming up after the break, we'll spotlight an event aimed at raising awareness to this community challenge. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Populations experiencing homelessness face many challenges. Chief among them is access to health care during this pandemic. One agency is committed to meeting the needs of this vulnerable group. Joining me now to promote an annual community event is Kentia Smith. She is the Housing Support Specialist with Partners Ending Homelessness. Hello, Kentia.
Hi, Carla. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Welcome to the show. It's so good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you are gearing up for Home Run for Homelessness. Tell us about the event and who does it benefit?
So Home Run for Homelessness is an event that Partners in the Homelessness started over 10 years ago. This is our 11th year, and so what we do is we do an annual fundraiser where we raise unrestricted funds for the homeless clients we serve. And we call it Home Run for Homelessness because the clients who we serve and the sponsors who donate to us during the fundraiser are recognized during the event, which is called Home Run for Homelessness, which is a Greensboro Grasshoppers game that we'll showcase our sponsors and just let us thank everyone and let them recognize who we say in the community has impacted the homeless.
Wonderful. I love the connection between the name of the event, Home Run, and the Grasshoppers and the whole baseball theme. Now, obviously, this takes a lot of effort to put together. Do you enlist support of sponsors for this event?
Yes, we've had some really great sponsors. So just let you know a little bit, sponsorships are from anyone in the community. And so we've had several different sponsors from nonprofits such as Westover Church, Room at the Inn, Downtown Greensboro. We've also had businesses such as Allen Tate Realties. New Leaf Graphics is doing our t-shirts, Akashi Solutions. We've even had some Winston-Salem businesses, Webster's Import Services and Future Visions, who have did sponsorships that start from $250 up to $2,500. And we are still reaching out to the community. Any churches, businesses, anyone who wants to get involved with a good cause can definitely contact me, and we will send them the information and let them know how they can sponsor the event.
Wonderful. I love how many different types of businesses and corporations are supporting this cause. Now, you do tend to recognize someone each year. Who is Home Run for Homelessness recognizing this year and why?
So it was very challenging to figure out who to recognize, and then it actually became very evident. We wanted to recognize the Guilford County Continuum of Care, and for those who are not aware with that, just for a brief summary, the Guilford County Continuum of Care is over 50 agencies in Guilford County, City, High Point, City of Greensboro, Public Health Department, Greensboro Schools, Open Door Ministries, all these different agencies that have very different missions and visions who unite together to resolve homelessness. The Guilford County Continuum of Care implements research, promote programs, and basically work together to resolve homelessness in Guilford County. And so when we thought about who we wanted to recognize, it was almost that there was no one individual person who had not did greatness. Everyone in this whole collaboration had. And so this year, we really wanted to recognize all the agencies that impacted the homeless and helped us throughout the year. And so that is why we are recognizing the whole Guilford County Continuum of Care.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations to that
Thank
entity.
you.
Now, speaking of which, you just rattled off a lot of the different organizations and agencies that make up that continuum of care, and certainly it was a necessary part of the pandemic. How would you say the pandemic impacted our homeless populations, and were they able to get the support that they needed?
Partners in the Homelessness was very proactive with Guilford County Public Health Department and several other county and city representatives in developing a way to address the needs of the homeless. So through that came the weekly task force, which is a collaboration of all the shelters, Cone Health, Guilford County Public Health Department, who meet weekly and discuss the ways to support the clients who were homeless. During COVID, anyone who wanted to go into emergency shelter did have to first go through the quarantine process. And so Partners in the Homelessness supported Guilford County Public Health Department in the management of that. I think we learned as we go with COVID, and with the homeless, it was really, really more harder because COVID put a lot of restrictions on shelter capacities, on availability to services, things that were very, very important to the homeless and other communities, but it was even more harder for the homeless because with these limited resources, nothing was really available. So I feel like the task force and the Guilford COC all worked together to come to different solutions. Now, we didn't do everything perfect, but I think we did everything great because as we were faced with any challenge, we stood together, we met, we collaborated, we discussed, and we figured out how to move forward. And so I would say though COVID was very challenging, it did teach us as people and the homeless community a lot about how we can, work together and make sure everyone is impacted.
Well, it just goes to show where everyone felt like they had to pivot and try to figure out the new norm.
Yes, and really think of ways, to support people. Even with behavioral health, when we first started, I think Cone Health and Akashi Solutions were two of the main ones we were working with, who started to, come to the quarantine hotel, actually meet with our clients, do their behavioral health via the tablet. They were active in helping us get checks for people to see if they were COVID. And so a lot of agencies work together. Even I want to point out our shelters, ODM, YWCA of Greensboro, Salvation Army High Point. These shelters had limited capacity due to COVID. And so they were always trying to figure out how to restructure, how to utilize space that wasn't available because due to COVID, a lot of the winter shelters that usually were available were not. And so that really put a barrier on the homeless when it came to COVID, that many of the outlets from churches or, lobby openings from Greensboro Urban Ministries, they just wasn't available because of COVID. And so it was really, really great to see all these agencies working together and admitting that we didn't know everything, but we were going to do everything we could to support our residents.
Wonderful. Well, I'm just pleased to know that our homeless population was not left in the cold, so to speak, during COVID, and to see all the collaboration and cooperation of the community coming together. So with the Home Run for Homelessness, we don't want the community to miss this opportunity to support the event. When is it taking place, and what can the community do to get behind the cause? So
the Home Run for Homeless actual event is August 21st, 2021. Gates will open at the Greensboro Grasshoppers First Citizens Bank field at 6 o'clock. The game will start at 6:30. Businesses have given us and donated things for us to raffle off. So we're asking first that anyone who attends the game bring any form of a hygiene item. It doesn't matter, bottle shampoo, pack of soap, whatever you feel comfortable, and you will get a ticket to enter a raffle to win different gifts. Also, anyone who wants to become a sponsor, please reach me at Kentia, Kentia, at partnersendinghomelessness.org. As I stated, sponsorships start at $250 up to $2,500. And so if you or anyone would like to be a sponsor for this event, please reach out to us. And third, just come out to the event and have fun with your family. And just enjoy a good time. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Kentia, for all you do with Partners Ending Homelessness in Greensboro. And please do come back and let us know about other great events or opportunities to help support the homeless. Thank you. And I want to thank the City of Greensboro for allowing me to come on and just spread about this event. And I really want to thank you, Carla, for letting me come on and tell about this event as well. Anytime. So good to see you. Thank you. Thank you. Stay tuned for some useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly.
One way to stay informed about decisions that impact our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council will continue holding hybrid meetings where they assemble in the council chamber and allow the public to participate virtually. A limited number of people can attend the meetings in person if they want to address the council. They will be allowed into the chamber once their agenda item is called and exit immediately after the item is discussed or voted on. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. The City Council meets on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The illegal dumping of various types of materials throughout Greensboro will no longer go unpunished. The Greensboro City Council passed an ordinance designed to crack down on the practice. Activity captured on cameras installed near known disposal sites on public property or private property by the owner's request will now be monitored by staff in the right-of-way division of the Field Operations Department. When an illegal disposal takes place, the video will be sent to Code Compliance in the city's Neighborhood Development Department to find the violators and issue a notice of violation. For the first occurrence, a civil penalty of $500 will be assessed to the violator or owner of the vehicle used to illegally dispose of items. A penalty of $1,000 will be assessed for each subsequent offense, regardless if different vehicles registered to the same owner are used in separate incidents. This new ordinance is expected to offset some of the cost associated with cleaning up the environmental and health hazards caused by illegal dumping. Materials most often dumped include bags of household trash, yard and construction waste, furniture, appliances, and tires. To read the complete ordinance, visit the city's website. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, meet the people who boomeranged back to Greensboro.
My name is Dominic Amendum, and I'm a professor at UNCG. We moved to Greensboro because it was just the right time for our family to leave New York City, and it felt like the city was starting to beat us down, and we wanted to go somewhere where the quality of life could be better for our family. We love to take our kids to all the playgrounds and parks around Greensboro. We go to LeBauer Park downtown. We have a small playground right here in Sunset Hills, so we're constantly out and about and enjoying the good weather that North Carolina has to offer. One thing that makes Sunset Hills so amazing and exciting is our holiday tradition of lighted Christmas balls. Every old oak tree in our neighborhood is filled with these lighted Christmas ornaments, and this tradition is used as a fundraiser for local food banks.
I'm Swati Argade, and I'm a fashion designer and educator. We love Sunset Hills so much. It's a great community, a lot of like-minded people. Every day we're out walking around with our family and our dog, meeting our neighbors and enjoying the historic neighborhood that it is. One of the best things about being in Greensboro versus being in Brooklyn is that our 10-year-old daughter can just jump on her bike and spend hours outside, something that we weren't able to experience when we lived in the city. There are definitely some restaurants that we love to eat at. Bandito Bodega is one of our favorites. We're going to Undercurrents on Friday. But my favorite place to eat in town is at my mom's house.
Sunset Hills is the best neighborhood we could have moved to. The community here is amazing. We know all of our neighbors. It's just the most incredible community vibe that I could have ever imagined.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Greensboro Parks and Recreation staff is accepting online registration for after-school care. The program is open to children ages 5 to 12. Space is limited. Activities will take place at Brown, Kraft, Griffin, Glenwood, Leonard, Lewis, and Lindley Recreation Centers. The cost is $30 per child each week. Regular program hours are from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays through Fridays and all day on teacher workdays. Children and staff are required to wear a face covering. Contact the Guilford County Schools Transportation Department to confirm if your child's school bus drops off at the recreation centers. For more information, contact a program manager at the recreation center nearest you. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to the city of Greensboro. The 2021 school year is near, and it's critical for all Greensboro children to have access to necessary school supplies to start the school year right. The city has created a website to capture events for communities to drop off school supplies and make other donations. Do your part to make sure every child in Greensboro can have the tools they need for a successful start to the school year. If your organization is hosting a school supply drive, please complete the form on the city's website. As the Delta variant starts to surface, please remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, and practice social distancing. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM and 100.7 FM. Be sure to download our weekly podcast, Talk City Greensboro, and now GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.